everybody, here's Linda from Germany again. This is going to be a video from when we were on the cruise, but it's taken me a little longer to get around to. It's the Amsterdam part. That was the only place we disembarked for the day. We had quite bad luck with the weather. It was so windy and freezing cold. They were trying to blow us away, absolutely, literally. So we did our best to walk around. We were hoping to go to the Anne Frank Museum. We got to the place, but we didn't realize you have to book it weeks ahead. It's so busy, so I just filmed the outside. And we were lucky enough, the cruise, we had also organized one of those river tours on a little boat that goes around all the small canals, and I filmed there quite a bit, so that it was worth it just for doing that, and that was warm inside, thank goodness. So I did a lot of filming there, and yeah, so I really hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you again later. So I'm in Amsterdam. I haven't filmed anything yet because the wind has been trying to blow us away, but I thought we gotta film this. Look at all these ducks. Cute. I don't think I'll dare going in or anything because she might not like me to film, of course, McDonald's like everywhere else. It's like in Japan. Look at that. Not that I would know, I've not been, but that is crazy. I wonder how fresh that stuff is because there's people in the front who are actually ordering. So I'll try and just... Oh, and here comes a streetcar. Don't have many of those anymore. I wonder if one of the places I've been in Toronto, they still had on Spadina streetcars. Probably not anymore. Anybody from Canada watching can let me know if you're from Toronto. Or as, you know, I used to say Toronto, but I sort of lost that habit. Of course, bikes are everywhere. We were told to watch out. They will literally try and kill you. They assume they don't even look right or left when they're going through an intersection. Even though there's cars, they just say, well, you're going to stop for me and not the other way around. It's very interesting. Wonder what that building is. Probably a museum. Anyway, enough for now. So it's freezing and windy, in your face windy, so I'm trying to find somewhere to eat. There's some nice places around here in this sort of piazza. So, typical fashion, we're in Amsterdam, but here's a Bavarian restaurant. I don't know. Oh, goodness. After my own heart, my Irish. They've got Kilkenny. That's my favorite. I like that. Hoop man. What does that mean? Do they play basketball in there? Yeah, there's lots of things. It's a cute little place. Small though, isn't it? I'm not sure. I don't know. Interesting. So, tourist sort of shop. Actually, pretty St. Patrick. Sounds Irish. We're just at one of these. Oh, it's so cute. Onesies and clogs and things. Oh, the pink hat, that's so cute. Yeah, they have all sorts of things in there. Oh, look at these boats. People have to they reserve, eventually you get your turn to live along the canals. People live here. It's just madness. A lot of barnacle removal. Oh, there's one right in front of me. Entree. Isn't this cute? It's adorable. Won't film too much. It's somebody's home. Well, this is interesting. Goodness. It's a clothing store. Just with these things on top. I don't know. Just random art that sort of pops up everywhere. Nice store. Everything from art to boots. Look at these cute boats. I'm sort of a fan of the tiny house movement. And this is sort of The boat version of what they do. Love that. Really stylish and nice. You can see in, so you need some protection. Okay, so Anne Frank's house isn't really around. We can't get in because it takes an hour, and they're booked till tonight. But this is, I think they must have taken it apart and put it in here and sort of rebuilt it, because I know you can walk through. I guess it would be better preserved that way. But yeah, and I see there's a coffee shop up there. That's sort of a nice new and old, although I don't think the church is that old. I could kind of picture that her house would have been something like this. You know, small. But now this is a pancake house, and this is not where she lived. And this is the museum. I think all up there is the whole walk-around experience. It's quite amazing. You can see things up there. It's just like lighting. I mean, there's a movie, a Hollywood movie, The Fault in Your Stars was the book. I'm not sure if they call the movie the same. And you can see the, oh, I almost got blown over. You can see then the walkthrough, so you can see it that way. But I'm not, unfortunately, going to be able to see it today. A lot of tourists.
You like it wel bewaard. Ovens, logisch. Goedjes, ovens.
Groene oogkleppen, wij hebben een Indische vader.
Oké.
Zij is de enige.
Oh, grappig.
Dat is inderdaad wel grappig.
Ja. Nou ja, ik heb zelf een twee jongens. En ik heb groene ogen. Mijn vrouw die heeft groene ogen. En nu hebben we al twee echt blauwe ogen. Oké.
Can't go anywhere without the Hard Rock Cafe appearing everywhere. Apparently there's something like 68 of them in the world. Level Servo. Yeah, we're doing a little canal tour that was included in our little tour, which is nice. The boats a bit look like this, although that's the Hard Rock Cafe one, which is nice. And now we're going under the bridge. It's a nice cafe.
Richtung das Innenzentrum. Da werden Sie natürlich auch die Hausbooten sehen, sobald wir die sehen.
I won't say everything about it, but the American hotel that we just passed was the first elevator back there that was ever built in this country. Apparently people wanted to prove how rich they were by putting a lot of decor on their houses. That was a neck-like decoration. You can see this one up there. There's all sorts of forms that cost a lot of money, so they would just put decoration on the front of their houses to prove how much money they had. Yeah, I don't know. Not for me. I assume that's a church. Of course, it was heavily bombed here, so a lot of things didn't survive and have been built, so you don't see these really old churches
Hier
so
links sehen
much.
Sie eine Kirche, aber es gibt natürlich viele Kirchen hier in Amsterdam. Es gibt nur 4 ganz berühmte Kirchen. Sowieso de berühmteste ist die Westerkerk, Westerkirche, die werden wir gleich sehen. Da werden wir auch wieder an der anderen Seite vorbeifahren. Süderkirche, Oosterkirche und Nord. Werden die vermietet als Hotel, aber der Stadt Amsterdam hat das lieber nicht.
Very nice. So, I thought, you've got to have the full experience. You can hear the water. There's even a toilet for anybody who's faint of heart and worried because of a certain age whether you can go get a toilet. You can sit here outside. You feel like you're in Venice. Not as warm, not quite as pretty. You can see a lot. It's quite amazing. Best not to fall overboard. It's nice with the sounds of water. It's nicht schlecht. A woman just came out and said, "Oh, it's herrlich. It's nice." As in, you expect the toilet to be really terrible, but it's actually fine. Also trying to figure out which way does that door open. So I gave her a bit of a hint. Oh, there's another bridge. Luckily, I don't have to worry about getting my head knocked off. It's just such an experience. It's a big long bridge. So that's everybody inside. And we're out. I don't know how much of this kind of filming something you'd want to see. I think these canal tours are quite expensive, but we booked it. I'll give you the price on that. From the cruise ship, we booked it for per person €95, which got you a 1-hour ride from Rotterdam to Amsterdam. They drop you off at the Heineken brewery, which doesn't brew anymore, but it's still there. And oh, that's nice. And then you get a certain amount of time, 3 hours or so to yourself to wander, and then you have to be back at the ship. We were there at 2:15 p.m. and then we got in this, and that's all included in the price, plus they're of course going to bring us back to the ship and not strand us. Oh yeah, she was saying something about these hooks. When you look at the top of the buildings, they have such narrow stairways you can't move in or out with your furniture. You have to have it hoisted up. It's like something from Seinfeld or something where the piano might fall on somebody. I doubt they'd get a piano in there. But yeah, and apparently in Amsterdam there's lanterns like that. Not this one here, but there's a series of lanterns in a specific spot that is reminiscent of when Amsterdam was bombed and the worst places. So it's kind of an artsy way of remembering things, which I think is nice. You can hear all the noise with the engine. He's very precise. He's really good at this. He's trying to get a certain... I love it when they have to put a sign like that. It's like, if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be on here. Look how narrow this is. Is he going to try and go through here? I better hold on to my hat, people. Wow. It's winter, and I must say Amsterdam is very much under construction, but there's not enough money for construction. Ja? Beautiful. Hat sie gesagt, was da ist? Besonders? Ah, okay, Gott sei Dank. Ich war zufällig da, danke. Oh, the nice lady just told me. I almost missed it. 7 bridges in a row. I caught it, but I didn't... It's typical when you're vlogging. You film things, but you don't always look at them the way you should. You have to be a bit present in the moment. Yeah, but there's a clear view of one of these hooks, you know, to get your furniture in. I saw one earlier. They obviously didn't have one of those hooks. They had a crane outside and it had a ramp being lifted up to the door. Looks, you don't want your valuables falling down. Oh, these are very modern ones. It's rare here. I mean, everything was bombed, but something very new. They have some money, obviously. I get the feeling in the city, it's very artsy. Always was. Gosh, the amount of ganja I breathed in inadvertently. It doesn't always say coffee house, you know, where the, you know, marijuana or whatever is being sold, soft drugs as they call them. Oh, that's nice. But you just walk by a doorway and oh gosh, it's wafting. Oh, that's a big tall bit there. Oh, imagine living with a balcony like that here. That must cost an absolute fortune. They still have Christmas Day go up. Obviously, maybe to organize themselves. But yeah, looking back is also interesting. Nice. In the darkness. Are there bats? No, there are no bats. No fears. I don't know how much of this I'll actually keep, but okay, yeah, so there's a lot. This obviously was bombed. There was a lot of bombing, the poor people. It really becomes apparent when I moved to Germany. I read Anne Frank's diary and sort of came to terms as an Irish Canadian. You don't feel, especially I was raised mainly in Canada, you don't feel part of it.
And then you realize that people came all the way from Germany and Austria to take this poor little girl and many other people like her from their homes. In Hamburg and in Amsterdam and other places, there are plaques in front of houses where you can see what families were taken from where. Only the ones that people remember that are recorded. That's a bank, I believe. So we're getting more modern here. But looking back is always kind of nice. I can't look forward without filming everybody so much. But yeah, amazing. The houseboats, I would have thought this is a nice way to live cheaply, but oh my goodness. It costs hundreds of thousands per year for taxes for you have to buy the boat. One guy back there, when I filmed, I think I'll put a tag on that boat and say, this is the boat I talk about later. He was sitting having a coffee on the top of his boat, and he talked about the fact, he'd be having coffee and the tourists would want to go and have a look at his house. A bit impolite and intrusive, but he realized maybe I should charge admission. Which he did, and then he used the money and he bought 2 other boats in the area. And the very modern one, well, I'll say this is the modern one earlier in the video, and you'll know which one I mean. So he made himself rich just by having a houseboat and was able to afford it. Quite amazing. Oh, now we're out in the wide open. Quite amazing. All the water. And if you live in a houseboat, you're not allowed to throw garbage or anything. They're trying to keep it clean. Look at the distance. Wow. That looks almost like Venice, but different. Oh, they need to clean up. Look at all the foliage growing out of their ship. They need to clean that up. Oh, that's a nice bridge. I'll catch it on the other side. See you on the other side. Oh. It looks so different in real life. It looks brighter on film. There we go. Oh, that's a fairly... All the bridges look very different, like many main cities who have these kinds of bridges. This 3 times X, I don't know what it means, so I'm going to have to put that below. There's the Krone, the crown, so they have their royal family, of course, so you see them there. Oh, there's another houseboat, a huge one, but you can see the windows are kind of shaded. I don't know, maybe they're not living there. Lovely. Ah, the National Opera, that fits to me, used to be an opera singer. Never sang there though. La Traviata, that was my thing. I liked it. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Lots of character. I just find it fascinating living in different circumstances. But like Rebel, but with... You have to have some money. You really have to have some money to afford this sort of thing. That looks nice now. Another one. It's huge. It looks almost a bit Venice. Oh, there we go. There's another tourist boat coming. Canal runner. Oh, he's speeding up now. Mustn't fall overboard. It's really weird because there's an airport quite close here, so when you look, as I showed earlier, there was an airplane right above. Quite amazing. Oh, look at that little house in between. He's so cute. It's adorable. It's like everyone's being squished together, which is lovely. It's quite nice filming out here because I'm not bothering anybody else, and I like that. Everyone else is coming out now. You've seen that I'm doing this. Oh, here's Here's a nice little view right here. Little canal right down the middle. The canal's very wide here, so I guess you have a lot more leeway to allow people to live. Sorry if you can't hear me. He really has to use his engine to steer very sudden, like on a dime. Otherwise, he'll miss his mark. I think we're turning around and heading back. Kleine comedy house. Where was it? There. Oh, I think I'm still focused. See, I'm still new to it. No, I'm actually not. I'm just silly. Or, no, I am still focused. I zoom all the time. Why not if you can? Oh, look at those. That's the third Irish bar I've seen. We had lunch in one. I know that's a terrible thing to do, but I was missing my fish and chips, so. There's a huge one out town where, just so if anyone, oh look, they look like, it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Look, they're all slightly crooked. The houses are crooked. Unbelievable, look at them, they're all like kind of crooked. I'm trying to catch it without knocking into people. Yeah, they're crooked, aren't they beautiful? Yeah, but as I was saying, around the Heineken, before brewery, that's where we stopped. That area, they had this huge Irish pub where you could tell you could probably eat very well. It's really nice. Oh, it's not nice with the church in the background. Yeah, it's really wide here, so you have loads of places to live. As I say, it's not a bargain basement option anymore. I can't believe it. There's just canals everywhere. Everyone thinks of Venice, but even Hamburg has more canals than Venice. More canals than here, I believe, because we have the teeny tiny ones. Amstel is a beer, which you might know in North America, or I don't know, maybe even in England, I don't know. But it's not about a beer. It's the name of the river. It's named after it. I don't think they take the water out of it though. Oh, there's another. Oh no, we passed that already. Alright, well now I'm repeating myself, that's not good. So we're heading back again. Yeah, so it was nice. I hope you enjoy this sort of thing. A nice little gasse, like a little walkway. A bit Shakespearean how small it is. I've probably missed a lot. But as I say, these bits up here show whether you're rich or not. From the 1700s and onward, that was happening. But yeah, it's neat. Hey, all you tourists out there, remember to look up. Most people don't look up. That looks Japanese. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Wow. The store downstairs is probably like a little multi-story. Amsterdam tends to be multi-story anyway when it comes to shops and living. And very narrow. Yeah, so that's the last long view. The last view of the opera. Oh, and then the ballet. So bye-bye.
Gut fährt.
This year? Or that? Nautical police, I think this is. Don't know.
Und dann fahren wir wieder hier vorbei. Eine schöne Brücke, ist nicht so schön aus diesem Blaubrück, aber auch gebaut 1884. Wieder mit diesem Balustrade, mit diesen Stadtsymbolen, mit diesen drei Kreuzen.
1887, this bridge.
Und dann vorbei der Brücke links sehen Sie ein wunderschönes Gebäude, berühmtes Gebäude mit den Fahnen auf dem Dach. Gebaut hier in den Niederlanden, dann schlafen wir da hier in das Amstel Hotel. Und die Haiti ist auch berühmt, wenn man so ein Haiti reservieren möchte, dann hat man auch Monate Wartezeit. Das Amstel Hotel.
The Winter Garden there, you can tell that's a very nice hotel. Fancy schmancy. And there's that Triple X again. I think I have to put a reference down below.
Ja, und
It's
dann biegen
everywhere.
wir
It's probably
rechts
to
ab
do with
und
the
dann sind
royals.
wir eigentlich wieder auf.
So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It certainly got to see quite a lot, but unfortunately, yes, as I say, with the weather, it was pretty awful. We went and had a bite to eat at an Irish pub, of all places. I don't know, we just felt like having fish and chips, so we did that as well. I didn't film in there though. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, let me know your favorite bits. That would be really nice to hear a comment from you guys and what you think. What is your favorite city? Where would you like to get off of a cruise and really see? You don't want to go. I thought it was very valuable that we don't have to now go extra back to Holland and do a city tour, you know, where you spend like 2 or 3 nights and then you've got the hotel, you've got the eating out, all of that. You can really see most of Amsterdam in a day. So it was a valuable way to just sort of save money in the future on an additional trip. and just see it for the day, go around. And if you really like it that much, you can always go back again. That's obviously a thing you can do as well. But I was okay with it. You know, just a day was, I found, enough really for doing all that, especially with the canal tour, which was really lovely. So yeah, but let me know which would be your favorite city to stop at that you think would only take a day and then you'd be able to save a city tour in the future. We're all wanting to travel as much as we can, but you know, you have to save money somewhere. And how can you make the most of your cruise and see the cities that you want to see just for a day? So yeah, let me know. And please like and subscribe if you like this channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. I'll be taking you around some thrift shops and secondhand places around Hamburg in the future. The weather's coming back now a little bit, so it'll be easier to get around. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.